Okay, today I'm going to go through my art journal for last year, 2021. Instead of going out and buying a journal like I usually have in the past, I made this one entirely from recycled things that I had here at home since I was not going shopping. And it is bound, as you can see there. Well, this is made from like the back of a pad of paper, and then this is crumpled up paper bag that I painted. This outline of my hands, I have a template that I made out of cardboard, and I use them every once in a while in a journal. So now let's open this up. I use sari ribbon. And there's little, I don't know if you can see, there's little bitty keys on there. So let's see. First page, I usually pick a word for the year, and I talk about that. So there's stencils and ink prints, and this is an abstract that I cut in half, and I just stuck it on there, because why not? This is done on, let's see, cereal cardboard. That's one of my recycled things. And I put little grommets in each of the pages so that it won't tear out. First page. Let's see, this is painted, and there's stencils, and this is some vegan leather. And a quote. I usually include a quote. And we started off the year with a poem from Amanda Gorman, and I really liked that, so I wanted to keep that in my journal. And this is on a paper bag. Well, maybe you can't read that. Joy is the sound of love, the color of gratitude, and the song of hope. And this is from a chocolate candy wrapper. And let's see. I probably won't read everything. I just wanted to show you there's book page under here, ink stamps, stencils. I think this is on a paper bag too. Things I cut out of magazines. And this is going to look a little bright. I bought a new set of metallic paints. So it's a little hard to see. He's so cute. He's from a calendar, and then probably from flower magazines. It was leftover. This is leftover from a previous project, but I thought he was cute. On cardboard again. This is kind of a fun one. I started with the browns on here and hated it. Thought it looked stupid, but then I started doodling on it, and I liked it. It looks kind of like chocolates. This says, paint is only wasted when it stays in the tube. And this is for February. And our anniversary is in February, so that's kind of a theme for February. This, I used this image because we actually got to see this Leonardo painting in person when the new art museum in Milwaukee opened. So that was fun. There's a stencil, and white dots are doodling. I think that's a jelly print under there. This is on just papers, recycled papers. Here is my vaccine that I was so happy to get. First and second. This is another jelly print on here, and these are text flowers and buttons from my grandma's button box. And this is getting towards spring, of course. His little wing moves. I think I made him, that was a project in a magazine. There's another jelly print. This is on cardboard, cereal cardboard again. Oh boy. This is Dream Big, Sparkle More, and Shine Bright. This is from a magazine. I fussy cut that. And this is a jelly print, and I turned it into kind of a landscape. with the grasses and the horizon. Let's see, and this is map pages. They're torn in strips, and then I wove them together and added the butterfly that I cut out. And there's a stencil. It's on cardboard again. And let's see, more book text and stamps, old stamps, cutouts. This is more of the map pages that I folded and then sewed on, so it's kind of like a ruffle. There's a stencil, and I made a couple of the circles into sunflowers, and the sunflowers have to have blackbirds on them. This is just a bunch of stuff. Let's see. And this is on cross-stitch instructions, and then I inked it. Added some scrapbook paper, fussy cut. And this is from a favorite stencil and fabric that I sewed on. And it's folded over, so it goes on this side too. Some vegan leather hearts that a friend sent me. Lots of stencils and dots. And I finally got some Tim Holtz peoples to add to this page. Started adding them. So that's just lots of different stencils and stuff. This was a color scheme I saw in a magazine I really liked, so I messed with that. And this is a pocket. It's made from one piece of paper, and there's like there's little tags, and I'll just leave them here. Little tags in there. This is cutting up an old Mother Goose book, a cheap reprint, but there's tags in there. But there's like 4 pocket spots from one sheet of paper. It's just how you fold it. That's some leftover paper from when you're making jelly prints in your brayer. You clean your brayer on one sheet, and that's what that is. So those are always fun to play with. Ha ha ha! A kind of silly self-portrait. And this is, I took a freebie class online called Life Book, so that's one of the lessons, and there'll be some more of those. Several. This is a rainbow of joy or gratitude, things you're grateful for. And here's another lesson. This was watercolor, which I don't have a lot of experience with, so that was fun. This one I really like this one. This is tissue paper, and then you put the black gesso on it to create the shapes, and then you do the white over it. So that was fun. That's cool. This was a book text, and you paint one side white and one side the black, but the same drawing. This is watercolor again, that was fun. The little fairy at the top. And the bunny. I think that's on actual watercolor paper. And these are a couple more lessons I did. This is pastels, chalk pastels, and then you smoosh it around with gesso. And there's Tamara Laporte's Quirky Bird. And here's another one of these pockets that I showed you before with all the little tags in there. There's a little poem about hold fast to your dreams. So I thought that was fun. And here's a little piece of ephemera trim. More fussy cutting. I like how the stencil kind of blends in the image there. And this, what is this? Stencil, inks. I think there's like tissue paper over that too. Oop. 2 pages. More of a mishmash of a whole bunch of different stuff. This is from a baby wipes container, and you open it, and there's an image on the other side, and that's her. This is just leftover paint, and then a stencil with black gesso and some little flowers. That was fun. This was watercolor, and I let drip down over the stencil. This is on some recycled magazine pages. Oh, let's see. This is on a paper bag. It's something from Dr. Berry that I really liked. So I wanted to keep things in my journal. She's cute. I think I just printed her from the internet and fussy cut her. And I gave her a little sparkly wand. Oh, that's another thing I really liked. Talking about women and not being competitive. Supporting each other. And this is a jelly print with the metallic paints, and then I made some oak leaves and acorns out of a paper bag with metallic paints. I like that. And it's a cute face. I just had to stick them in there. This is, I think that's a jelly print on some music paper. She is so cute. Let's see. This is another stencil on some, looks like some instructions from an old quilting magazine. And something from a friend sent me. And this is using that metallic paint again. That's why it's so shiny. A quote I really liked on a jelly print with a metallic. I really like these metallic paints. This page, it looks like these are little idea fairies, by the way. Snowflakes. And this page I sewed around. I think that's about the only page in here that I did. And this, there's a little tag in here. Oh, this is my kind of the end of my year summary about all the art I did and what my dreams are for the future. I won't bore you with that. And another abstract. That is the end of my 2021 journal, and I've already started on next year's. So stay tuned. Bye.
Now I hand over to the cat so he can step to the left a little bit. This is the bonus footage.
Hi, Zorro. He came out.